Oh, good. Look who's back. Rex, can you let Steve go out first? Because he hasn't gone out the door in so long. So just let Steve go first, okay? All right. Thanks. Thanks a lot there, T-Rex. Steve, so good to have you again. We've traveled south, and what a glorious day for travel yesterday, and today's not looking too bad either. It's past 8:30 a.m. on Tuesday, April 29th, 64 degrees to start the day. Steve sees a squirrel. There he's, I'm not going to let you go. Steve, you just watch that squirrel in the other yard. It'll be fine. We've got some weather to do. Come sit on your rock or your chair, Steve's rock and Steve's chair. Rocking chair. Haha. Oh, we got a barge going by there. Wonder if it has anything to do with the Gulf of Weymouth Big Dig, which we have not seen now in a week. I'm going to try and get to the weather more than the Big Dig, but it's hard to look away. I woke up to the sound of a song sparrow at 4:50 this morning. And then the cardinal chimed in at 5:10, an hour before sunrise. And then beginning at 7 o'clock, we get the noise of the heavy equipment of the Big Dig. And there's, I think, Jim way over there, and that's some nice looking loam you got there, Jim. So more on that later. Let's do the weather. Oh, wow, the docks are back in and everything. So much has changed when you go away skiing for a few weeks. There are cirrus clouds. These are called warm air advection clouds over the top of this high pressure system. The temperatures, when I finally got to the regional roundup at 8 o'clock, were already 64 degrees in Burlington, Vermont. I looked at some other places like Whitefield and Plymouth, New Hampshire. Did get down to about 34 this morning. So what that means is we had radiational cooling, some pretty dry air with dew points in the 30s today, and the wind is picking up, so we've got an elevated fire danger because of the wind. What is wind? Air moving from high to low pressure. There is the high over the mid-Atlantic states, formidable. About a 1028 millibar high was responsible for all that wind we had on Sunday, and it came right over us with lack of wind Monday, and now it's south of us, and we have a windy Tuesday from the southwest. To our north is a very powerful low-pressure system, and that caused severe weather yesterday, and it's ongoing right now. Here is the radar. You get a little rain mixed with snow there over Lake Superior. That's the low driving north into Canada. When lows go to your north, we warm up in New England. And the worst weather was over Oklahoma this morning with flooding and severe weather. Not that many tornadoes reported yesterday. The Severe Storm Prediction Center storm report says there was a lot of hail, a lot of wind, and not that many tornadoes, just a couple as of early today, but probably add some tornadoes when they do site surveys. And the convective outlook for today, the ENH, enhanced risk for severe weather, thunderstorms, damaging wind and hail right into central Pennsylvania and New York, right onto our doorstep here in New England. But the front's going to get in here weakening and at night. Those two things favor us not getting severe weather, but we may have some nocturnal convection. That is a thunderstorm at night, nocturnal. And what else did I want to show this morning? I can't remember. How about the Boston meteogram using the GFS? And it shows temperatures today in the mid-70s. I think you can add 2 or 3 or 4 to that because we usually underestimate these warm spring days. So 75 to 80, a few spots getting above 80 today, and it's very windy by evening. GFS has us gusting past 40 miles an hour right in Boston. Elevated fire danger. But then you see the blue line, the dew point line, go up into the 50s tonight. Briefly, we're going to turn more humid tonight, but then the dew point comes back down tomorrow, and it turns into a nice day, and the wind gradually abates. Temperatures are in the 60s for the next couple of days. Wednesday, Thursday night, another warm front, and then it doesn't show it, but there's going to be rain around here on Saturday. Real warm air coming back at us on Friday. That Arctic air so far north and not part of the picture as the forecast has changed over the last 5 days so much, as they always do. Weather is really unpredictable. And then it shows some cooler air the middle of next week. It's backdoor cold front season. Next week we may have an example of that. You got to get the wind direction right to get the forecast right. So let's go to the NAM high res and try and time out some of these thunderstorms that are, oh wait, no, I want to show the satellite because it really shows where those thunderstorms are. And there's the northeast, and we have clear sky to start the day, some clouds at the Canadian border, but you look down over Ohio and southern Illinois out into Oklahoma. Those are those towering cumulonimbus supercells. Tremendous wind and rain and lightning underneath those clouds that have already started, and that was left over from yesterday. So it's a really vigorous front. But like I said, it's going to be weakening as it comes in our direction. Now, here's the NAM high res from 6Z, showing a lot of black lines and red lines. That's windy and warm today. Isobars and thickness lines. And then here come the showers and thunderstorms. 22Z, that's 6 p.m. coming into Vermont. Now, they're very small, but they're very potent, fast moving. So you get a thunderstorm, it only lasts 5 or 10 minutes. So it's not going to be any kind of serious rainfall amounts, even though it may pour for 5 minutes. A couple of lines coming in and pretty much falling apart right over central New England about midnight by 7Z. That's 1 a.m. or so. No, 7Z, 7 minus 4s. 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., they're gone. So we don't even really get a shower or thunderstorm in southern New England, just a wind shift. And then tomorrow, warm air is pushed south, cool air. I'm staring at a crow. I guess you were too. I was going to see if Rex noticed it. He barks at crows. Tomorrow's map, it's pretty insignificant. We're going to have high pressure coming back in. Yeah, there it is. Weather is never insignificant. And fairly breezy from the north as the dew point comes back down. That'll set the stage for perhaps a little frost in spots on Thursday morning as cooler high pressure comes in. But it's going to end up really warm again. So let's go to the GFS and do the play-by-play day by day. T-Rex, you're wound up. Just undo T-Rex off of Steve's rock and things. Everything's a work in progress, and when you're away for 2 weeks, you get behind. Good? Everyone good? All right, GFS. I'm going to sit down. There's that powerful storm driving north of New England. There are all the black lines, isobars, high pressure to our south. Air coming in from the southwest, cooler at the south coast. Cape Cod will be in the 50s, while Nashua, New Hampshire will be 82, something like that today. And then there are the showers and thunderstorms. Look pretty impressive there for a time this evening, especially in New York, but then they decay altogether as the front gets stretched out and sheared apart, and the energy is just poof, gone. And then we watch it reload, though, again. Another round of severe weather shaping up over in the middle of the nation. Tomorrow night, Thursday morning, we have the high pressure right over us, and it could be a little frosty briefly, but then that high gets to our south, and it's warm air advection with a warm front again Thursday night with a couple of showers, and Friday the front is pretty far north of us, low pressure is north of us, and we're going to get in that windy weather again, a lot like today, with a chance of a thunderstorm Friday night, and then that looks like that front's gone, right? But then watch over Pennsylvania. A new low forms on the front on what day? Of course, it's Saturday. So we have a Saturday wave on a front that looks like heavy downpours. Now, it's really tough to say who's going to get them. Last night's output says right over central New England, Nashua, New Hampshire, into Maine, while south coast gets very little. And then that front is kind of stalled over us on Sunday. It looks like quiet day, except for in northern Maine. Look at that little rain and snow mixed possible in the county, Aroostook County, with a thickness down to 522, but nothing like that Arctic air that we saw potential of a few days ago. It's just completely gone, along with that fictional snow that was put out by the GFS. So we have a high pressure system coming over us. Highs to our south on Monday. It starts to warm up again, but those blue lines are stacking to our north. And here comes, it's hard to see, but it's a backdoor cold front next Tuesday. High pressure building over Canada, so now the wind's going to come in from the east with a very subtle front over New England with rain, showers, and chilly weather here next Tuesday, Wednesday. And where were we getting to? The dates, I keep forgetting the dates. That's about May 5th and May 6th. And then after that, the backdoor cold front eases and we start warming up again. And by late next week, the entire nation, 240 hours out, I think this is Thursday, May 7th or so. And 240 hours, it's no sign of any kind of wintry cold anywhere in southern Canada or the United States. Blotches of showers and thunderstorms. Totally the look and feel of May at that point. So it's changing. And if I were to run it out another 364 hours, there are some curious things that look like cold and possible snow in our mountains, but that's fiction. Look at this beautiful. I guess we're done with the weather part. 10 minutes. So we do 10 minutes of weather, and then we do 10 to 12 minutes of and more. Some people come for the forecast, some people come for the and more, some people come for the dogs and the cats, and I am obsessed with these huge Tonka trucks, but real sized. And that is some nice looking loam. Yeah, the battle against the knotweed in some cases has been won, some cases has not. Down there in my shadow, that's the knotweed, and it's coming up right over there. And that wasn't really part of the plan, but I don't know how you can eradicate it completely. This is going to be a fascinating. Spring has sprung, and look at the leaf fall this morning. John in Rochester, New York says it's raining beautiful flower petals off of the tree. That's what I used to call May snow, but it's a little early. It's April snow when it comes like those white petals off the trees. Thanks, John, for sharing that. And also that maple tree here in my backyard, that is just raining maple catkins, the pollen sacs. So it looks like the maple pollen is about done. The May pollen is just getting going. And soon we'll have those helicopter seeds coming out of those maple trees in full leaf now. That maple tree is, but then there's other trees up there. Those are oaks up there that are not in full leaf yet, so that oak pollen is going to be tough. I wait to wash my windows until early June after that pollen's all gone. And all right, so the Enmore yesterday, traveling back from Vermont, we stopped in Chase Park. I always want to stop at these parks and look at the water, but I rarely do. And the beautiful view of the mountain still covered in snow. It was a little sad to leave, but I'm already adjusting. It is so beautiful. I mean, I have shoes on only because of walking in the dirt here, and shorts. So I had shorts weather. There were people in the water yesterday when I got home. And so the travel day and more, little on the garden, and Mitt makes an appearance. So if you stay tuned for the whole thing, there's a Mitt appearance. And I stayed out here and I watered my peas and lettuce through sunset. It was a gorgeous sunset, but I got to put the camera down eventually. That's what it looked like. But my webcam did not pick up the crescent new flower moon and some planets, Jupiter and Betelgeuse planet and a star looking so bright above the moon set. And I looked at my night sky to identify, and they showed me a comet. There's a new comet just discovered in March, C 2025, but I think it's almost invisible to the naked eye. Maybe with binoculars or special telescope, you might be able to see a comet called Swan to the east of the moon this evening, if you still have moon. I think here in Boston we still will have moon. The clouds aren't going to get here until late at night. All right, so then more from yesterday, including some piano music, Mitt, Maine Coon, Steve Maine Coon, T-Rex, TK. Oh, wait, I wanted to add one or two more things before the end more from yesterday. T-Rex loving this mat here, and the grass is coming up through the mat. We'll talk more about that as the time goes on. But yesterday at Mount Washington, Sean Vecchione and Nate scurrying around, scampering up and down, and finding these vast snowfields, untouched, groomed by Mother Nature. And he says he had a great day. Yeah, we wish we were there too, Sean. Thank you for the vertical images. I know. And Nate, having a good day at Mount Washington. No wind, sunshine, freshies. Thanks for representing. And Vec, professional rider on the snow and the water. He made my surfboard 15 years ago now. And he can get a deal on Smith glasses if you're in the market. Thanks, Sean. All right. Here's yesterday now. Stop. Rex. Construction zone. Can you see? Reconstruction zone. All right. We're rehabbing things around here, getting new doors. Regan's doing some edging, and we are edging out of town. T-Rex. Let's go. Say goodbye to the mountain. Employee ski day happening in this perfect sunshine. Look at the coverage. North Slope and Standard, fully snow covered. Yesterday's snow is gone. Andre did send me a measurement from the snow stake up off Perry Merle, and 42 inches of natural snow at 2,700 feet. Now we're down to about 67 at 4,500 feet. And T-Rex and I will be back when it snows again. We might come back when the Green Mountains are really green too. So long for now. All right, Rex, let's go. Hit the road. Going south. This way. Come on. Good boy. You want to drive? I'll drive. I got this. We're getting a new paved driveway next week too. Wow. A lot of employees. At least 100 cars. Yeah. Looks like they did reconnect last night. I saw the groomers out there at 4:30. 40 employees. Sure. Today they got on the shorts. There's Aaron and Joe. See you guys. Monday, Employee Appreciation Day. Oh, why couldn't we have that on a Sunday? That would be boring, wouldn't it, Rex? So green. Oh, man. It's turning green before our eyes, T-Rex. It's biking season now. Love the smell of the fertilizer. Cow power. Maybe some horsepower. Beautiful view. Almost there, Rex. Just another couple hours. We're following Mayflower. Going to near the Mayflower. Last patch of snow on Whaleback. We've got lots of colorful splats. Feel bad for the bugs that death by my windshield. Do fly fishing people know what kind of flies to use based on the color, size, texture of the splats? Windshield. Splat, 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 splat. What are we following here? Like a pizza oven? Mobile pizza oven? That's what that is, Vince. Kitchen thing. Think for the yard, maybe? 4 p.m. Entering Massachusetts welcomes you. 75 degrees. Oh yeah, leaf out, full force. Just saw 78 degrees on the dashboard thermometer. Re-entering a real world metropolis. Yeah, that metropolis. Yep, down 4 degrees in the last mile. But still 75 at the TD Bank North Garden. That's what it's called. The Garden. Go Celts. You back from Florida yet? DK's back from Vermont. Low tide, 77 degrees in Quincy. If it's a sea breeze, it's highly localized. I think I see a sailboat out there.
Let's bring the concert to you. With your host, Kenny Young.
Oh, he's the best roadie in the whole world.
On 100.7 WCLX, Boston. Well, I may be a
More
roadie,
like it.
but I'm the one paying you $1,000 an hour to keep listening to this broadcast. Yeah, another $1,000 brand. Keyword coming in hot, 510.
I'll listen for free. Cool license plate. Mother. For the flats. And I love this hill because it's got the most pretty trees on this side of Stowe, Vermont. They're pretty, aren't they? Oh yeah. Copyright, forget. 77 degrees. Down by the on the Four River Bridge. Overachiever. T-Rex knows where we are, back in the neighborhood. Yeah, leaves are out. Pollen. We got green grass, dandelion. All right, a lot has changed. We've been gone for almost 2 weeks. People sitting on the beach. But docks are in, boats are in, a couple boats. And the knotweed is coming right up through The mowed hill. Oh my God, that is not funny. Not weed funny. Big question is, or are tulips? It looks like we have tulips. There's the welcoming committee. Hi, Steve. Long time no see. There's Mitt. Mitt's like, don't run me over, bro. But most importantly, let's see, daffodils have gone by. Some tulips yet to bloom, and some tulips in bloom. It worked. The rabbit repellent worked. Oh, and these Mayflowers. The dianthus. Any day now. It's almost May. Long time no see. Yep, time to do some mowing. 5 inches of fresh. A couple dandelions, I have no problem with that. And desplats. Large, small, medium, red, yellow. I feel bad, but there's no way to miss them. Dragonfly chow. This, I cannot believe that most of the tomatoes survived without me watering them. Just enough water. How's that? Does anyone hear a cat over there begging to go out? How's that, Steve? I just heard you meow more times in the last 5 minutes than I've ever heard. Even have a Mitt sighting. Okay, so let's conclude today's Out the Door weather and more. Watch how it started. Except for, oh wow, the sun's hitting the thermometer. It says about 80. Mitt just came out. I haven't seen this lawn in a couple of weeks. Gotta tell you, I'm not that impressed. Not that impressed. Oh well, but I am very happy to see Steve. Hi, Steve. Hi. You see where Mitt went by any chance? Mitt's a slow one, so we can let Mitt go without a leash. What do you see? What do you see? Hi, Mitt. Long time no see, Mitt. Hi. I'm Mitt sighting. The roses grew about 7 inches. Yay. I suppose you saw all this already in the morning edition, right? All right, so we got plenty of lettuce up. A couple of peas I see. Gotta get some treatment on there immediately. And we do have life in the euonymus. How about that? But not the spruce. Oh well. A peony all grew about a foot. Had only 8/10 of an inch of rain in the last 10 days. All right. Oh yeah, how's our knotweed? Oh boy. Can't stop knotweed. More and more and more. First sailboat moored. I'd say yesterday was probably one of the worst weather days I've experienced all year. And today, the best. Close to 80. Above and beyond the call of the forecast. High pressure going to our south. I think there's severe weather ongoing to our west. And probably just as warm today, but nowhere near as pretty. So here's the time lapse of Weymouth. Blue sky, blue sky. Calm water, blue sky. See me waving? Sunset to the right of the flagpole. Mitt, that's the harbor master pulling you over. I don't know why the harbor master would be pulling you over, Mitt. And how about Cape Cod? Blue sky? I'm just guessing. With blue sky. I love how the shadows move. The forsythia's in bloom. You can just see the top of some of Dolores's flowering. Is that magnolia? dogwood. Can't see the sun, just the shadows. All right, that's it for today from yesterday. Thanks for watching. Oh, Mint's coming over. Well, it's not away. Rex is way. All right, talk to you tomorrow.